Have you ever felt on the brink of defeat, in the midst of a fire, wondering if there really is a purpose in your pain? This isn't just another video. It's a wake-up call, a spark ignited by the story of a man who challenged the most powerful empire with nothing but his faith. What you're about to experience isn't just an ancient tale, it's a mirror of your own battle. If you've ever thought about giving up, this message is for you. Before you dive into this transformative journey, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because every week I bring you words that don't entertain, but rather stir, awaken, and prepare. Here we talk about fire, purpose, identity, and unwavering faith. You are not alone. You are about to remember who you are. There are moments in history that don't just echo, they roar. John's story is one of those moments. Imagine standing before a bloodthirsty crowd, sentenced to a death so violent it makes the soul flinch. Boiling oil. That's not metaphor. That was the sentence. And yet, as the oil bubbled, ready to devour, John emerged untouched, unscarred, unbroken. What you're about to witness isn't fantasy. It's the kind of truth that rattles the foundation of fear. This isn't just about John. This is about you, your fire, your pain, your resurrection. When they tried to kill him, the execution became a revelation. Rome, with all its might, couldn't burn away the purpose God had sealed inside him. The emperor didn't just lose control. He lost the illusion that power comes from a throne. The oil should have ended John, but heaven rewrote the script. And you, standing in the middle of your own flames, you're not forgotten. You're not finished. You're being refined. There is fire, yes, but there's also glory. What if your most painful moment is actually your calling card? What if what's meant to break you is what builds the platform you'll stand on? The boiling oil in John's story wasn't just hot. It was holy. It was heaven's forge. And in the same way, your situation, as unbearable as it feels, might be the birthplace of something divine. Don't ask for rescue just yet. Ask what this fire is forming inside you. Because survival is not the end game. Transformation is. John didn't walk away from the oil to hide. He didn't escape death to live quietly. His survival was a declaration, a war cry, a testimony etched into the souls of anyone who's ever doubted if God shows up when it's darkest. This is your wake-up call. You're not meant to just get through this. You're meant to emerge from your fire with eyes blazing and heart burning with unshakable faith. You were not built to break. You were born to rise. Let go of the lie that comfort is the goal. It never was. Christianity is not a path of ease. It's a furnace of refinement. The same way gold is purified, your calling is clarified under pressure. If you're walking through something right now, don't shrink. Don't hide. Don't run. The pressure isn't punishment. It's preparation. And if God allowed the flame, it's only because he sees who you'll become when it's done. In the crowd that day, as John stood unharmed, there was silence, not out of peace, out of fear. Fear of a power they couldn't control, a miracle they couldn't deny. That same power lives in you, and it's time to stop acting like you're ordinary. You're not. You're walking proof that divine purpose outlives every plan of hell. They meant to bury you. They didn't know you were a seed. Say it now, out loud. I will survive this, not by chance, but by calling. Declare it until your soul believes it. Write it on your walls. Whisper it in the dark. You are still breathing because heaven isn't done with you. Miracles don't happen in comfort. They begin in chaos, when faith refuses to yield. We often want the miracle, but not the process. We crave the outcome, but resist the crushing. Let me tell you the truth. Without crushing, there's no oil. Without breaking, there's no release. Every ounce of power John carried came from the pain he endured. His exile didn't silence him. It amplified him. Alone on Patmos, the world thought he was finished. God was just getting started. Sometimes what looks like isolation is actually elevation. When God removes the noise, it's because he wants you to hear him clearly. Don't despise the wilderness. It's where heaven whispers secrets meant to echo for generations. Your hiding place could be the launch pad for your legacy. But you have to lean in. You have to trust that the silence isn't absence. It's intimacy. John had walked with Jesus. He didn't believe in theory. He had seen the dead rise, storms stilled, and eyes opened. That's why the oil didn't scare him. That's why exile didn't crush him. His faith wasn't built in the spotlight. It was forged in proximity. He knew who Jesus was, not as a concept, but as a friend. And that relationship was stronger than fear, thicker than oil, louder than Rome. You can't fake that kind of strength. It only comes from walking with God long enough that his voice becomes louder than the flames. You want boldness? Get close. You want purpose? Surrender. Stop asking for shortcuts. What God is building in you can't be microwaved. It has to be marinated in truth, fire, and time. You're not late. You're not broken. You're being carved. Pain isn't proof of abandonment. It's a marker of calling. The more the pressure builds, the greater the glory it's unlocking. John didn't become the author of Revelation in a palace. He wrote it in prison, surrounded by suffering, wrapped in stillness. That's where vision explodes. In the place where the world thinks you've been buried. Don't escape too soon. Don't pray away the process. Pray for endurance to see it through. This is where legacy begins. Not when you get the applause, but when you decide to obey even when no one is watching. That's what changes lives. That's what shifts atmospheres. When you write in the valley, when you worship in the storm, when you proclaim truth in the dark, you become unstoppable because you've stopped needing permission to be powerful. So ask yourself this: what fire are you in right now? And are you fighting it or allowing it to refine you? Because one day they'll ask how you made it, and you'll say, I met God in the oil, and everything changed. You weren't chosen for comfort. You were chosen for impact. And impact always leaves a mark. The crushing doesn't mean you're cursed. It means you carry weight. Heaven doesn't anoint the lazy or the lukewarm. It anoints those willing to be broken open so something eternal can flow through them. That's what happened to John. That's what's happening to you. This isn't your end. It's your pressing. And there's purpose in the pressure. Too many people run when the fire rises. They confuse friction for failure. But friction is how fire starts. What if your current opposition isn't hell trying to break you, but heaven trying to ignite you? You are more dangerous to darkness than you realize. That's why the attack has been relentless. Hell doesn't waste its energy on the insignificant. If you're under pressure, it's because your potential terrifies the enemy. So stop shrinking. Stop apologizing for your fire. Start understanding that everything you've walked through, every tear, every night you didn't think you'd make it, has been shaping something holy inside you. You're not weak. You're not behind. You're being refined into someone who can carry what others drop. That's leadership. That's legacy. That's the John within you rising. Look around. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs people who've been through the fire and didn't lose their voice. People who didn't trade their faith for ease. You are one of those people. Don't disqualify yourself because of your wounds. God uses scars as proof of resurrection. You survived what should have silenced you. Now speak. Loudly, boldly, unapologetically. John's survival became a sermon. His breath was rebellion. Every day he lived was a reminder to the empire that they failed, that death lost, that faith endures. You are a walking reminder of the same. You don't need a pulpit. Your life is the platform. And every step you take in obedience is another blow to the gates of hell. Keep walking. Don't just survive your story. Steward it. Own it. Don't bury your testimony because it's messy. That's where the glory lives. In the cracks, in the chaos, in the comeback. Your scars are sacred. They speak a language the broken understand. And this world is desperate for that kind of honesty. Let them see the fire didn't finish you. Let them see who you became because of it. Say it again. This fire won't finish me. It's forming me. Write it. Sing it. Live it. Until hell regrets ever touching your life. Because when the enemy realizes he couldn't stop you, only sharpen you, you become the very weapon he feared. You have a choice to make. Will you keep running from the fire or step into it knowing who's with you? Because God doesn't always put out the flames. Sometimes he joins you in them. He did it for the 3 in Babylon. He did it for John. He will do it for you. But you have to stop praying for escape and start praying for endurance. The miracle is often not the removal. It's the revelation. Some of the most powerful moments in your life won't happen when everything is going right. They'll happen in exile, in heartbreak, in silence. That's when you find out who you really are. That's when heaven gets loud. Don't confuse darkness with defeat. It might just be the place where your greatest vision is born. What broke others might be what births you. The world wants to see real faith, not just words, not just smiles. Real, tested, raw, battle-scarred belief. The kind that bleeds and still worships. The kind that walks through fire with its head up. That's what you're carrying. That's why it's been hard. That's why the warfare hasn't let up. Because the impact you're about to make is going to shake foundations. John didn't waste his wilderness. He didn't curl up in despair. He wrote, he worshipped, he received revelation that outlived him. And so will you. Don't underestimate the power of a surrendered life. Your yes in the quiet is louder than 1,000 shouts in the crowd. This isn't about hype. It's about holiness, intimacy, authority, presence. You've been asking for peace, but maybe God is offering power. You've been asking for rest, but maybe He's calling you to rise. He knows what you're capable of, not based on your feelings, but on your fire. Trust that. Trust Him. Trust the version of you that's emerging through the breaking. The enemy thought the oil would destroy John. He didn't know it would anoint him. He thought exile would erase him. He didn't know it would elevate him. And what he planned to use against you, anxiety, loss, betrayal, is about to be the very soil your calling takes root in. You are more than a survivor. You are a storm in the spirit. Take the pain, take the silence, take the questions, and bring them to the feet of the one who turns ashes into assignments. Your fire has a purpose, your wilderness has a word, and your life, even in the mess, is still holy ground. You weren't meant to be consumed by the fire. You were meant to carry it. This moment you're living isn't punishment, it's preparation. And now you know, if the oil couldn't touch John, the fire won't finish you. You've seen what faith looks like when it refuses to bow, what obedience sounds like when the world expects silence. So now it's your turn. Stand up in the middle of your trial and declare with boldness, I will survive this. I was made for this. I will walk through this fire with Jesus. Don't let this word end here. Share it. Live it. And if your heart is burning right now, if something stirred deep inside you, don't ignore it. Lean in. Inscreva-se no canal e siga Jesus. Let this space become your home, your altar, your reminder that you are not alone in the battle. Turn on the notifications. Stay close. Because this isn't just content, it's a movement, and you're part of it now. Speak it aloud. I am not forgotten. I am chosen even in the wilderness. Declare it in the comments. Let heaven hear your voice. Let the darkness know you're still here. You've got breath in your lungs and purpose in your bones. The same God who walked with John walks with you. The same power that preserved him is present right now. In your living room, your hospital room, your night shift, your silent tears. He is with you. And if you've never made the decision to follow Jesus, don't wait. This is the moment. You don't need perfection. Just surrender. Say it now, where you are. Jesus, I believe in you. I give you my heart. Walk with me through the fire. That confession changes everything. Welcome home. You've just stepped into the fire, not to be burned, but to be born again. My name is Oliver. I'm not here because I've done everything right. I'm here because I've walked through my own fire and found Jesus faithful in every flame. I speak from scars, not from stages. And I want you to know, you're not walking alone. Every week, I'll be right here, walking with you, speaking life, declaring truth, and reminding you of the calling that still rests on your life. So don't disappear. Don't drift back into silence. Stay close, stay ready, because the journey isn't over. It's just beginning. We're building something unshakable here, a faith that endures, a family that believes, a fire that never dies out. And you're part of it. You are the light the darkness didn't see coming. Until next time, walk bold, love loud, and never forget. If the fire couldn't finish John, it won't finish you either.